Hey guys, this is Curtis. I have some good news for you. I've actually just been given an opportunity to receive a green card, and I want to tell you a little bit about that. And I also want to share some of the vision that God's given me for California, the state, and also for America, and just explain some of the opportunities that are ahead for me. 2 years ago, I had an encounter with the Lord where He gave me a very clear mandate to make the gospel of Jesus Christ relevant again in America. And it was really the verse that He gave me for that was 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 4 and 5. And it says, Paul's saying, I didn't come preaching the gospel with persuasive words of human wisdom, but I came with the demonstration of the Spirit of God and power. And why? That men's faith would not rest in the wisdom of man, but in the power of God. And that's really my heart. And he asked me, will you bring me to a people that don't want me? Will you feed those who aren't hungry? Will you bring this gospel to a people, an America that is intellectually graduated beyond its relevance? And I graduated BSSM 2 years ago, and since then I've had the privilege of being ordained as a pastor, and I get to take teams of second-year School of Ministry students across the world, but mostly to Southern California. And on those monthly trips, we pour into churches. Our goal there is to release identity and equipping in the supernatural, that people would thrive on the inside and that they would be able to live that on the outside. And we also just meet needs on the streets. We're super big after demonstration of the Spirit of God and power through signs, miracles, and wonders, the supernatural breaking in to people just on the street, to CEOs, all the way to like the homeless ones that are just in great need. And one of my favorite stories from this last year of traveling, we were at a young adult service, and it's a long story, but I'm going to make it as concise as possible. We were at a young adult service, and a high school football quarterback got dragged there by one of his friends, and now he had just broken his leg playing football in the midst of their championship series. And now the whole school's devastated because this is the underdog school. They've never gone this far in championships. This is in Orange County, California. And we end up going to the back of the church and praying for him. He's at an 8 out of 10 on the pain scale and can't put any weight on his broken leg. He broke it that week, his fibula. And we pray for him 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, we prayed for him twice. The first time we prayed for him, his pain went from an 8 to a 4. And he said he felt tingling rushing through his leg, which he wasn't feeling before. We prayed for him the second time, and his pain went from the 4 to a 0. And we asked him to get up and test it out. And he literally stood all his weight on his broken leg. And went to the doctors the next day to get x-rays. And the doctor said to him, I don't know what to say to you. Your leg is no longer broken. I guess you can go play football. And this miracle, so they went on to play their championship game and won, and played a number of other games that ended up placing a second or third in state finals. And the thing that rocks me about this miracle is it took place in front of entire high schools, like thousands of high school students. And that same principle applies. I believe that God has specific plans and strategies to influence the influential. Nations and cities like Los Angeles, like Orange County. These cities shape culture in the whole rest of the earth. And I believe God has plans for moral reformation and revival in these cities, and that's really my heart and our heart as we travel and take teams down south. And so my heart burns for the days of Billy Graham again in America, where thousands are flocking to stadiums to hear the gospel preached, and presidents are being saved, and the local news stations are making God famous because of all the good things that are happening. And And I just believe that, again, that the Lord has these specific plans and strategies. And so my heart and my goal is really just that, to bring the supernatural to the church and bring it to the streets and bring it to the businesses, to meet people exactly where they're at and actually reveal the heart of God and the love of God through Jesus Christ. That the reality is that God heals the sick today to prove that he raised his son Jesus from the dead. And that is undisputable proof, and no intellectual can argue or dispute with that. And so a little bit about my current opportunity with this green card. For the last 5 years, I've wrestled back and forth with different visa opportunities being quite restricted, and my freedom and ability to be in America. And so just this month, I received an opportunity through a Christian organization in Southern California for them to sponsor me actually to receive a green card. And I'm super excited about it. My goal is to this month actually start the application process. The application process and the legal fees are $7,000. And so if you feel inclined to donate to that, to give to that, thank you so much. I would so appreciate that. Also, if you have not been receiving my update emails, just concerning my life, my travel, what God's doing in California and doing abroad, please just give your email in the comments below. And if you do feel inclined to give, you can give via PayPal and also by check, and the information for that is in the description. So thank you guys so much. God bless you. Love you so much.